How's my hair? Hello world. It's been like a month since you got these questions, right?
Things work a little slowly in the Cup of OJ creative offices. These are home pours.
Cheers to...
Ask Adam anything.
Ask Adam anything.
So, about a month ago, I asked if anyone had questions for Adam, being the partner of a type 1 diabetic, about our daily life, about dating a type 1 diabetic, about the responsibilities that go into dating a type 1 diabetic. We figured we'd shoot a whole video, put it on YouTube, and chat, have a little wine. So some of these are gonna be like a little more serious. All right.
Should we start with a funny one?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, here's a good one. Okay, are there spots with the Dexcom that make you feel uncomfortable or feel like you can't touch her?
That's a good one. Yes and no. The reason I say that is because there are plenty of times where I don't know where the Dexcom is, and then I accidentally graze it or grab it accidentally. The uncomfortable spots are when I don't know where it is and I graze up against it. And this video is just terrible because we have that going on. We have Duncan trying to play fetch every 5 seconds. For both of you, any concern for having kids with type 1 diabetes? My type 1 diabetes husband has a fear of passing it on.
From the American Diabetes Association, if you are a man with type 1 diabetes, the odds of your child developing diabetes are 1 in 17. If you are a woman with type 1 diabetes and your child was born before you were 25, your child's risk is 1 in 25. If your child was born after you turn 25, your child's risk is 1 in 100. So we have a 1 in 100 risk of having a child with type 1 diabetes.
I am slightly concerned. Ariana tells me that it's a very structured 9 months and having a child is hard enough, but having a child where you have to monitor your blood sugars and make sure they're near perfect for 9 straight months seems very difficult, especially when you have pregnancy cravings. So like you just want to crush wedding cake and eat pickles and whatnot. Your blood sugar's all over the place, and then you're...
I think that you are... I don't think you understand the question. It's not fear of being pregnant with type 1 diabetes, it's fear that your child will have type 1 diabetes.
You can read that both ways. Having kids with type 1 diabetes.
Yeah.
But she's talking about...
having children that end up having diabetes. Yeah.
Are you concerned about passing it on to your kid?
No, I mean, I feel like if anything, I'm more equipped to handle a child with type 1 diabetes than I would be someone who doesn't know anything about it.
It's a very good point.
I mean, obviously, it's not ideal.
Yeah.
It's like having a child with anything that it's also expensive. But I feel like on the positive side, I'm more well equipped to having a child with type 1 diabetes and something that I'm not aware of. And if anything, they feel less alone because they have me.
It feels more normal for the kid.
Yeah, because we both will do it. And we'll keep a lot of orange juice in the house.
You guys would alienate me if you and our child both had type 1 diabetes.
We would join a type 1 diabetes gang.
Excommunicate me from the home.
Yeah. Well, you have a working pancreas?
You would not diet treat me well. Moving on.
Was it difficult to learn how to care for diabetes?
Yes, it's hard. Ariana and I will meet somebody new. She'll be explaining like all the intricacies of diabetes just like she did with me on our first couple of dates. Like, you know, 100 is good for her, and you know, I'm 300 now, and everyone's like, is that good? Is that bad? And I'm just sitting there like, no, she needs insulin, you know, come on guys. But at the same time, like I was in that scenario. I understand it now, understand like what she needs when she needs it. That said, I'm very terrified of the glucagon, and we almost had an incident occur where we almost needed it. So I always try to do a little refresher on that every time. It's easy once you get the hang of it.
Yeah, it's a learning curve.
Learning curve.
Was there ever a time where you thought it was too much to handle or not worth it?
No, it's never not worth it or too much to handle. I mean, is it difficult sometimes? You know, when she's not feeling well and you know I can't help her with what I can do. Yeah, that sucks. But at the same time, no, it's never not worth it. She wouldn't be diabetic if she didn't have to be. It's not something that she put upon me, she's forcing on me. It's just who she is, and you know, she would do the same exact thing for me if I was diabetic. It's never a negative thing. Is it harder sometimes? Sure. But is it a bad thing? No, absolutely not.
I said I want diabetes to make Adam's life harder.
Sometimes I can't touch the orange juice in the fridge, and I think that's wrong.
While not ideal, has diabetes brought your relationship closer in any way? How so?
Yeah, probably. There's times where you really feel like you will do anything for a person to make them feel better. You know, it kind of makes you realize how much you care about a person when you're able to, you know, be so concerned about how you care for them. It definitely makes the dating situation a lot more real because it's, you know, in sickness and in health. That whole thing.
Yeah, we're getting married.
We are. Spoiler alert.
How can he keep you accountable to ensure you keep yourself on track? One, he doesn't really have to. I don't really want that burden on him. It's not his responsibility to be like, okay, well, how are your sugars? I mean, I guess I could talk to him about that, but you know, if I'm gonna have that conversation with someone, it'd probably be my doctor. I know that I want to be the best and I want to be healthy and I want to be taking care of myself because I also love him.
I can see that question stemming from somebody who maybe doesn't take care of themselves as much. That person is concerned about someone who doesn't take care of themselves as much as maybe you or, you know, anybody else would, and they're trying to say, how can I be helpful towards this person? Because I imagine as a diabetic, you can get depressed a lot because it's like this constant battle. You're checking your blood sugars.
Oh yeah, I mean, it can definitely weigh on you. Yeah, it would probably help having a support system that you didn't really know you needed. Maybe someone that just checks in, like, how are your blood sugars today? I don't know. I personally would feel really annoyed by that.
Maybe someone who's just kind of, you know, screw it, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to let it fly.
So how would you help keep that person accountable?
The Dexcom app helps to be able to share it with somebody and say, you know, oh, you're low, you're high, what do you need? How can I help you? Do you give me your insulin? You know.
Okay, that's a great idea.
I'm full of them.
I think that was a good one.
Thanks.
Any advice for a guy that is dating a diabetic? So basically your position that you're in.
Yeah, be patient. It's not their fault. They don't want to be diabetic. It's not something they're putting on you purposefully, so, you know, understand that they'd be doing the same exact thing for you if the roles were reversed. Some nights you'll get less sleep than other people would because you're up, you know, given orange juice at 2 or 3 in the morning and it's not going up or it's not going down, you know, as far as the blood sugars go. So
are you scared of the nighttime lows and possibly being the one to administer glucagon?
Big time. The nighttime lows, not as much anymore. Post Dexcom era. Yeah, having the Dexcom there is incredibly helpful because I can get it on my phone. It can buzz next to my face when I'm sleeping if she needs, you know, insulin or low snacks. I try to think back to all the times when we didn't have the Dexcom and I would wake up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night or whatever it was. And I'd just be like, all right, well, maybe her blood sugar's okay, maybe it's not. Anyways, time to try to fall back asleep with that thought in my head. Administering the glucagon, yeah, terrified of that. I've never had to do it, almost had to do it a couple months ago.
Well, but we can do the nasal one.
But there's a nasal one.
The nasal one is, honestly, the glucagon that we have with the needle right now is expired. Expired. Do you find it hard to stay awake during the night while Ariana has a low, or do you find that easy?
Well, it says A. You don't know if it's Ariana or Adam.
Oh my god. Well, I'll tell you this. Adam normally does not wake up when I have a low. If I really was having an issue, I would like slap him to wake him up, but I don't really feel the need to.
Ariana is very quiet about her lows at night these days. Sometimes I'm sleeping. In our house, like, we have 3 fans going on at once.
We're big white noise family. We love our white noise.
And a white noise. It sounds like an airplane hangar in our bedroom. So sometimes I do find it hard to stay awake during the night, but only because I didn't hear her first. It's not because I don't care. And every time I finally get up and realize that she's not there, I go over to the stairs and say, hey, you okay? And she's stuffing her face. I'm fine, don't worry about it.
Every single night, Adam gets up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom multiple times. But it's good because
what do you mean it's good?
Because you always check my blood sugar in the middle of the night. You always look at my Dexcom when you get up to go to the bathroom.
That's the key, fellas. It's drink a lot of water before bed.
Do you ever get upset when they go low? You help bring them up and you get no thank you.
Oh yeah, it's a thankless job. It is an absolute thankless job.
I don't do that. I don't think I've ever not said thank you.
I will say that I definitely get angry about thank yous. One of my biggest pet peeves is when you go to the gas station and then you put your card in, you pump your gas, whatever, you're all done. They ask if you want a receipt, you say no, and then the next screen that pops up, if it doesn't say thank you, please come again, bothers the hell out of me. I think it's so rude of the gas machines to not thank me for my business. But if someone's on their, you know, if someone's really low and they can't even think about saying thank you, you know, they'll make the exception. But if you're a gas machine...
I get that. I'm so sorry. That's really annoying. I think that she is coming from a place where whoever she's helping is not saying thank you, probably even afterwards. Maybe they kind of like just expect it. I mean, honestly, I would talk to them about it and just say like, I love you so much and I would help you no matter what. But I think that sometimes after the fact, it would be nice to be recognized.
Yeah.
Like, Adam's responsibility in life is not to take care of me. It's very, very comforting and nice that he does, but like, I don't automatically expect that out of him. I feel like people should have a partner that's willing to do that, but you can't expect that out of everybody. I think that if that's something that could really bother you, that's okay to bring up. What is the hardest part?
I don't view it as hard. There's definitely some extra steps you have to take with dating somebody with diabetes. I don't view it as hard. Maybe because I'm used to it by now. I don't see it as an inconvenience. I don't know, it's not hard for me. It's not. I'm not the one with the disease. It's not hard for me. Maybe I'd take care of her more than I would a person who's non-diabetic, but whatever. That's what I committed to. What combos have you had with him that helped him learn how to best support you?
What combos have I had with you? I think I really have been upfront from the beginning of just like, this is me. I come with a little more instruction than maybe other girls you've dated. These are things to look out for. Keep some snacks on you. Your pockets are going to be filled with juice boxes sometimes.
Well, this has been another episode of Ask Adam Anything.
Hopefully it was informative. I think it was.
I had fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for all your questions.
Thanks for watching.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Tell us how you really
I post a lot about type 1 diabetes and wedding planning now because we're getting married. Also, if you like this shirt, rock on with a finger prick.
No going back on that.
Shopcupofoj.com. I'll link it below.